Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story Nomad episode 32 with me, Sid. And you recall how I was looking for bauxite. You can't make it up. So we were up this way last time and we did that little castle, and there's a ruin down here. There's I think a ruin there, not far away from us, but more importantly, we found bauxite. We came down this river, down here, and then I portaged. I've got the canoe on my back, and it's a bauxite desert, which is actually a really good source for black coal, I believe, as well. But more importantly, we've got these boulders, which are all made out of 100% pure bauxite. So, we're going to, I mean, it's a pain that it's got this green on it, but there you go. We're going to grab an absolute metric ton of this, because this is one of the key ingredients. If we jump in here and look at the usage for that, if we pulverize it into crushed bauxite, then it's used for making a refractory mix tier 1, which is fire clay, bauxite and crushed quartz. We may be able to make tier 2 if we find olivine. We are going to, however, need to get into a little bit of mechanization with the pulverizer, because we haven't got any means of doing that right now. So there's a couple of options. One is we go for tent bag number 4, which we could do, and we could make a portable windmill stroke pulverizer setup. For example, there's some resin down there, which we probably should get as well. And that's possibly something we need to do. But right now, what I need to do is get as much of this as I can reasonably carry. We're probably going to have to set up our main tent bag and get the castle out at some point, because I am running out of inventory space quickly, and you know, that is going to be a limiting factor if I'm not careful. Pardon me. But right now I'm going to grab a whole load of this. We did have a temporal storm just before I started recording. Not this thing, but at the end of the last recording session when I found this, we hit a temporal storm. So I have slept through that. We are temporal storm free for a while, which is always, you know, bonus. And I don't know how much I'll actually need, but I think I probably want about minimum of 6 stacks, really. Probably maybe 12 stacks even, because it's going to be a while before we find bauxite. Well, it's potentially a while. Yeah, you run. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Yeah. So, right now, the mission is bauxite. Once we've got ourselves set up, what we'll find ourselves a good quartz vein somewhere, and that is much easier to find, so we can get that going. I should have enough flax fibres to make a reasonable windmill. I don't need to go mad. It just needs to be powerful enough to run a pulverizer, even if it runs it slowly. That will be fine. I'm also therefore going to need pulverizer heads, and obviously all the stuff. We're going to need gears and all sorts of fun. But right now, first priority is this stuff. In fact, I'm going to pop all of this in here, and then that, if I've got that and that layer, then that should be more than adequate. Yeah, that's the plan. I can free up some space as well. I definitely don't want you in that form anyway. So, quick bit of mining, and then we'll see about where we go next. I'll see you in a moment. Alright, I got not as much as I can carry, but I need to leave some space for other finds. Because there's a ruin here, for example. There's also that one down there to go and visit. That's not going to have a huge amount, a lot of tiles and things. That's also got a river, so I could actually put the boat in, but unfortunately it doesn't go anywhere because that is the branch of this dry river here. So yeah, there's a ruin there actually as well. Let me add that. Not seeing much up that way other than that. So you big bony git. Yeah, well, we're going to give him a wide berth for a moment. I was looking, and that is quartz over there. There's a shiver underground somewhere around here. There's a drifty boy. And there is that big bony git. Let's just try and sneak up on. I don't think. Yeah. Oh, I reckon this is where we. This is the same ruin that we set up in. Right back at the start. I think. Hup. Yeah, I saw that string hanging down. That's not a thingy nest, is it? Locust nest. The answer is no, it wasn't. But and there's nothing. Oh, might be something down here. Oh, that's a nasty trap. If you'd have dug the thing out and fallen on that, that would have given you a painful foot. And you're not giving me any. Oh. And another one. Look, that is that's nasty. There we go. That's what we wanted. And specifically, that is what I wanted. What are you? 50 in forestry. But then a kick in the face. Many things are, in my experience. Right, let me get rid of the bits we don't want. Have a quick peek in there. That's just a law book, some gears. We'll take the fat because we can always eat it. And well, that appears to be that. We'll leave that fella alone for now, should we? Yeah, probably. Because I think this quartz is looking interesting. I think we can pop down our tent bag, pop down the castle, and A, sort out my tent bag because it's a mess, and B, put the bauxite away, C, grab all this copper that's exposed because it'd be silly not to, D, grab a whole load of quartz because we need it, and E, not sure about E. We'll continue with E once we've figured out A, B, C, and D. But there's a goodly amount of stuff here. That quartz vein is probably not huge, but and it's unlikely to have gold this high up. But having said that, I'm not obsessed with gold either, because we haven't got the things we want gold for. But let's just have a little peek, see what's coming up on the radar. Not really seeing much. We've got a reasonable amount of food. We've got you, so let's go down here and place that. And then we can come over here, and it's the blue tent bag. And that will go there. Now, I had a question, how do I know where the door's going to be? The answer is, I don't. It's always on the same face, so it will always be on the easterly face on this one. And then if I were to place the forge, which maybe I should, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's going to cost me some food, but I've got food with me, so let's see if we can't get myself a solid base to place the forge down. If I'm placing all, this is not going to be FOB Charlie, by the way, I just need to get the stuff. We'll decide on an FOB Charlie when we find a place that looks, you know, more suitable. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. One more. And because I know the layout of my forge, let's give myself, I don't really need this anyway, so I'll give myself a little bit of a walk around area. Put away the blue, grab the brown. One, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. There. Forge. How safe can you feel? Man, I consumed a lot of food there, though. So, not like we're not shy of a bit to eat here. I mean, there's hyenas, if nothing else. What are you? Just, I'm curious as to what that stone is. There's some more copper there as well. Look, we can go down. That is claystone. Okay, no use to me whatsoever. But there's a lot of copper here, so we'll grab that. I also just need to check my tool situation, because this pick is not far off breaking. And I therefore probably need to maybe take a meteoric, and we can get a new pick, perhaps. Where to start? Have I got a pick made? Because this looks like my back chest that I put down. Hence why it's got things like the pro pick in it and things like those. So I'm just I'm reacquainting. I've not been in here for a while, so I'm reacquainting myself with what we got. We've got a lot of grains. We've got a lot of rusks. We've got some decent porridge, actually. So that's the thing. It's just this wine beast. It's not a major issue. Right. Well, I need to. I'll just ditch all of this over here for starters. I think I'm going to put the canoe down, and we're going to sort ourselves out for and sort out our storage, I think, a little bit first. So let me go and get rid of my canoe. And we might as well just completely No. If I put the U back in there, then there's no problem, because I can't accidentally pick up the canoe, which means I can get rid of those bits temporarily. Lovely. Right, let me sort myself out, and I shall be back with you momentarily. Alright, we've got most of the stuff sorted. I just need to go and sort the stuff for the forge side of things now. There is a certain amount of garbage down here, but, you know, that's fine. Back off. Oh well, I was going to go and sort the stuff for the forge, but while he's hovering... Oh, I need to turn the music. I've set up a resonator in my bedroom in the keep, so we can now listen to resonating cylinders. That's nice, isn't it? While he's here, I'm not going to be doing much excavation of the oh, hello, not that I'm not going to be doing much sorting of my things, but we can at least get on with you. Because that's the other thing we need, I think. H, we need to pulverize you into that, and you are a ingredient for that. I still need the olivine. I've got 8 olivine in my storage system, so we are not making the tier 2 anytime soon, but we're several steps closer. I mean, we've got, or we will have, all of this, and we will have, or we have got already, the bauxite. So olivine is the only thing missing. We're not going to be able to make tier 3 because that requires titanium. It also requires us to have steel in the first place to actually mine the titanium. So we need to have made a tier 1 or tier 2 cementation furnace before we can even think about making a tier 3. And I don't think I'm going to be making so much steel that that we are... Oop, hello. Oh, go away, you annoying whining thing. That thing spits out flies, which just are really unpleasant. It's an unpleasant thing all around. But we need this, so we'll grab this while we're giving it a chance to not to put it finer point on it, bagger off. You probably won't. I'm probably going to have to kill it, but I'd rather not have to fight that, because it's just an unpleasant fight. It's not particularly dangerous, but it's unpleasant. And, you know, why do unpleasant things when you don't have to, eh? But we do want lots of this, so we can take the opportunity to excavate. And we'll grab the copper while we're at it. These require bronze, so I have got a copper pick which I want to wear out, and I'll probably use that just to do the copper. And obviously I need to replace this pick because it's almost dead. So there's a few chores we need to do in this area, but I'll get on with this and be back in a second. Right, we're just taking advantage of the fact the forge is down. I'm casting some more copper, and I'm just making a meteoric pick. I think, yeah, I know, in fact, because I've got a spare iron shovel, plus I've got copper bits and pieces. Might wear that out. It might just sit there as an emergency spare. But we're steadily getting some of this as well. I also need to process up all my lime because I need that. So I've got a whole load of rocks to grind. This is just, yeah, all effectively the build up of I think I'm alright. That should have been there. Let me grab a pick. Hang on. Let's not wreck the thing. And we'll put those in there. We'll put that away. The magma, oh, sorry, miasma, not magma. Miasma seemed to have despawned, so bonus. There's our new meteoric iron pickaxe. We don't have the rarity thing, so it's just a standard meteoric iron pick. And you know what, that is bugging me. Yeah, empty, largely empty except a few essentials, my travelling rotten hood stuff. Then we've got these rocks which we can process up, and that's it. And then we've got also, we need the reason we need to process it, we need to process the leather. So we can jump in here and take the chalkstone and go get that going, and just get all of this processed up and ready, so we've got stuff to make lime water and all of the relevant bits and pieces, and also some salt, which is going to be handy because it means we can make some salty stuff. So yeah, just processing at the moment. It also occurs to me that I think I may have some mining charges in my storage, so I might try and go and use those just to speed up getting that copper and quartz out of the rock there once we've done this. But let's get through the night and just process all this stuff. I also really need to go through and process all of my bony soil, so that might be something I do as well while we're here, just to get a whole load of chores out of the way. And then we can think, oh, I've lost, yeah, if I do that it stops auto processing. That's a good thing to remember. That is, I am almost certain that is just a gravel patch, but it might not be. Let's mark it as a potential ruin. There is a tiny bit of a ruin just there as well. So yeah, there's ruins everywhere in this world. It's a very ruinous world. But I'll be back in a bit. Alright, well, we've processed pretty much everything we can. I've got a thing. I have got these all blasting bombs. I'm just eating some of the food out of my cellar, and we'll probably stock up on rusks before we head out. But obviously we need more stuff, so let's go get Boomy. There is a slight problem with this area, and it is that it's temporarily unstable. So yeah, that was an unforeseen benefit. Let's go here. And then what I'm thinking is we shall go and pop in here. We'll get this. We'll place it down. And run away. I don't know how far I need to do away. There we go. That's one way of getting your ore. Of course, you still have to dig in to get it. But that's more fun. Anything that goes boom is fun. So I'll not bother doing that. I'll just hit it, I think. Now I should have somewhere around here. There should be a Maybe I need to go up. But yeah, the area is temporarily unstable, which on one side is good because it means that I'm getting temporal instability practice. Where am I going to run to? Where's probably over there? Might be the best way to go for that one. Let's jump in here. We'll stick down an ore blasting bomb. I'll save some for copper as well. And let's go all the way over here. I've never really used it. I must admit, this is probably a short-sightedness on my part. And I've watched Punk use these on the Rusty Gear server, and they do seem incredibly effective. So maybe, just maybe, let's go in one more. Give it a decent blast radius, and then I think that will probably do us for quartz. Didn't find any gold, but didn't expect to be honest. And like I say, it's not a critical ore for this run through. Black bronze, obviously you could do with it, but pretty much it. I think that's all of the quartz out of this vein, as best as I can tell. So we are going to pack up and head down and find some more ruins. I am going to grab some of this copper first, just because we can. There's some there, isn't there? Let's make sure that we don't miss the obvious and easy. I'm not going to waste an ore blasting bomb on this, because there probably isn't enough. There might have been. You know, it's medium quality copper, so worth having. If it was poor, then I might be, in two minds. But yeah, I mean, that's 14 units of copper. It's not to be sniffed at. We've got a food crock on us, so we can pick up our thing and stuff and things. Is it worth? I don't think it's worth trying to grab that. It might be a little bit, then again there might not, so yeah, let's not worry about it. I did spot copper nuggets somewhere around here, didn't I? Didn't know, there's a little bit of that stuff left. I am leaving some stuff behind. I've just dumped them over here, by the way. There's not a huge amount of purpose to carry. I don't know where I saw that copper. I'm not going to cry over it, it's only copper. Oh yeah, there's a little bit here, look, so we could. Medium quality in slate, yeah, maybe. Fun. Oh, that is good. I enjoyed that. We need to do that more often. Just make sure there's no. Yeah, there's still a little bit. Look. Ow. I just don't know whether it's worth wasting an ore blasting bomb for a few bits of copper. Yeah, of course I'm going to get hit, aren't I? Yeah, it's more than a few bits, really. Oh, good grief, I need to stop hitting myself with Yeah, definitely more than a few bits. Alright. One more. Just because. Just because it's more fun that way. Am I that bothered? I've got loads of copper. Yeah, let's not waste any more. We'll save those ore blasting bombs for something more entertaining. In fact, I'm going to keep those in here. And we've got some more copper there processed. I'm not going to pick that up. I think we're going to struggle to get this into some of our chests, to be honest. Quartz. I've got this cassava which I've soaked, so that's there for us. And yeah, we've still got a little bit of U left, haven't we? And 3 days, 9 days, 8 days. I think we'll go with that. But I think what we'll do is I'm going to get rid of some of this rock and sand because I don't really need it. I'll pick that up when I do need it. And we shall sleep the night off. We've got various bits and things soaking. We'll sleep the night off and then we shall move on in the morning and go find something else to do. Back in a minute. Alright, we've packed up. We've got quartz, we've got bauxite. Peridotite is our next requirement. Did not go as you planned, did it? There's a little ruin down here, and then I think we're going to go and see if that is in fact a ruin, and then we'll skirt around this way. I need to get back to a river course that will take me somewhere useful, and nowhere near that. Yeah, oh, and there's a miasma over there again. Well, that's the same one that I just didn't see and it wandered off. Hello, ore vessel. Well, that's taking the pee, isn't it? Right, so through here, and I don't think... I suppose bears are a possibility, but hopefully wolves not so much. I think we might be too warm for them. Don't really want those. I'll take the extra food. I should also be prepared for anything, shouldn't I? So let's have my shield on. And I am wearing my back chest. Just because I kind of miss it. It's, you know, it was something I used a lot throughout the Rusty Gears. Now in the Rusty Gears I'm not using it because I'm using the tent bag exclusively, and I think that is the way I would probably play it throughout if I were going to do a self-imposed kind of you can't do this thing. That kind of makes sense to me. You know, the combination of carry-on and tent bag might be a little bit OP. I don't know. What's OP? If you wanted to do a nomadic existence, you need to be able to carry stuff, and that's the way we do it. So let's just go head down, see if this is in fact a ruin or if it's just a gravel patch. Could be either. And we will we'll see what else we can find. Yeah. some ripe. I've got so much grain in my castle bag at the moment that I probably need, when we get to do a stopover, I probably need to do some serious cooking and processing, because well, you know, I need to get my foods. I think I didn't pick up the rusks either before I left, so they're still in the castle, which is a bit of a pain. I can't see anything interesting down there. Don't think any of those are going to give me carrots. No, they're not. So I've got a very strenuous suspicion, because I'm not seeing anything poking up over the top of that hill, that it is in fact a gravel patch or a hole in the ground. But I think it's a gravel patch. Like I said, the ruins in this, you can find something that is in fact not a ruin, and you know, have to move on. Things now. There's a ruin there. Look, that's a ruin, and that is just a delete. We don't need that anymore. Not seeing anything else kind of down this way, but this will get us back to the ocean, I think, down here, and then we can explore some more. And when I say explore some more, we're looking for peridotite, rock and olivine, because that will give us the ability to make tier 3 refractory, which would be better for us than tier 2, because it will break less. And we're not going to say we're not having a huge amount of steel. That is not the objective of this series. I think having steel weapons or steel tools beneficial. I think iron armor or meteoric iron armor might be the best we can hope for out of the metals. But we'll see. I should actually. Did not even think to check out some of the potential meteor holes. That was short-sighted on me, wasn't it? Not seeing anything that screams at me. That one perhaps, maybe there. So yeah, there was possibly some. Oh well, too late now. I'm not going back. Right, let us get over to this ruin, check it out, and yeah, that's the little river that we could have. There was no point in actually putting the boat out because it doesn't go anywhere. There we go. I know this ruin, and there's a possibility of a baddie. Usually, one of the houses sometimes has a boat or a shiver in it. But I don't think there's going to be a huge amount in here, and it's certainly not one that's going to have a massive amount of vessels, I think. Strangely enough, one that we do like on Rusty Gears for getting the beams off of, but I'm not doing that, so I don't need to worry about it. Let's loot. Copper. That never has anything in. Yep, absolutely nothing in this house. What a letdown. Yeah, you have to go in through there. Do it from the side. Aged firewood, we'll take that. Kind of silly not to. It burns slightly better than normal firewood. And nothing in there. Not bothered about a torch. I've got so many of those it's untrue. Again, torch holder. Do I even need it? I feel wrong if I don't take it though. It's because it's loot. You have to take the loot. It's the rules. But again, not much. Great for building materials though. Right, what we got? That and that. So we've done you, got this, then the one on the other side, and then that one down there. And then we're done. Don't really see. I'll take the gears. I'm not going to take another half hammer, and I'm definitely not taking any more reeds. I've got more of those than I know what to do with. Those Jonas parts, I don't know why I'm taking them, to be honest. I'm probably never going to get to use them. But, you know, such is life. I did check you, didn't I? Oh, there's a... Oh, leather, we'll have that. That's all. Crushed alum we'll have, that's always handy. And again, for whatever reason, I will take the Jonas parts, though I will probably never, ever get to use it. Come on. And then there was nothing in it. Okay. What have you got? What have you got for me? What have you got for me? Prince boots. Yeah, we'll take them. Reinforced leather mask and a jailer belt. Of course, we can always recycle. Nothing else in there, and then we've got one more over there to do. Let me just eat some of that because it's going to go off pretty quick. Not entirely sure why I failed to come so miserably to find the entrance there. Nothing. Yep. Disappointing. Right, so if I were to... You're going to give me leather, aren't you, if I do that, I think? Yes, you are. You'll give me flax fibre, which... There we go. So that's not in great condition at the moment, but we can still strip you down a little bit. Can I? Can't apparently. Okay, that's fine. Nothing else in there, but you know, we'll find more. That's an improvement on the old thing, and I like my miner boots. I don't know why, I just do. Right, let's head. Let's mark you as no, cancel. Let's mark you as complete, and let's head down towards the coast. So I will see you when we get there. All right, we've made waterfall. Is that the opposite of landfall? I don't know. I've been marking these on the map. I've been marking them as complete because I am not going to do them. because I'm on record. They're risk versus reward, not worth it. I did come down here and I did find a number of, well, apart from stuff that I don't want, I've got some books. So we've got Survival 5, we got Survival 1.25. Yeah, that's hardly worth the effort. Kind of been a very good book. Cooking 10. Oh, get me out. What was that? Oh, that'll teach me to sit there reading books in a boat at night. Me. Metalworking 10. There you go. Didn't get the skill we wanted though. So let us just pull ourselves away from the shore. Then at least that can't happen again. So my next job, apart from me, we picked up a few bits. You can eat though. Always remember, honeycomb you can actually eat. There's a lot of food sources if you look around. But we are here. I think we need to start heading out. Maybe hit that and come up and follow this kind of coast round a bit. If we see anything up there, we can go and raid it. But what we are starting to look for now is peridotite. And yeah, that could be quite a journey. I'm in two minds about whether I should stop and make a sailboat. So I might actually stop, reset up the tent, build a sailboat, and take it from there. The issue is the canoe won't go in the sailboat. There's no way to take I'd have to carry the canoe on my back basically even when I'm in the sailboat, and the sailboat is not going to be as useful for rivers, I think, because it's wider for one. Plus side is it's doesn't require me to row. But on that note, I think we are going to call this episode an episode, and until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.